One of the treasures of East End Houston is Stephen F. Austin High School. It is part of my heritage. It's part of my family's heritage.
Fell in love here, on more than one occasion. It was a catalyst for a lot of things for me.
In Austin, it's just magic.
Usually walked to school and back. Very few people had cars. For lunch, I took a paper bag with probably a fried egg in it, sandwich. Always kind of wanted to have the money to buy mashed potatoes and gravy in the cafeteria. It was in the mid-depression, and there were a lot of things going on besides, just school. First football team that Austin had, and I'm right here, number 33 on the very end. This fella is A.W. Isbell, who he and I joined the Navy together. There was a lot of pretty girls, and I've often thought about the ones that were in the Scottish Brigade. Freddie Shepherd. She had charge of the pony at the time, when they had a pony. Margaret Darby, supposedly my girlfriend, but I don't think we ever had a date or anything.
I had a green Model A Ford with white Mustangs on each side, but it wouldn't start unless people pushed us. So I thought I was a cat's meow.
My mother was in the class of 45. My daddy was in the class of 41. My aunt was in the class of, I believe she was 44. So when it came my turn to come to Austin High School, it was a delight.
I remember my homeroom teacher was just amazing, and I made friends immediately, and friends that I still have today.
I'm right here. I was class vice president.
Many of our teachers here helped encourage us to go on to become, successes in whatever endeavor of life we chose. I went on to college and then went into the military. Something I never thought I would do, but I did.
They expected you to do your work and to do it the right way. And then you had Miss Greenhill, who was the civics teacher. Well, she brought it all alive. I mean, she was so good. She knew politics on both sides.
Mrs. Greenhill really was able to get along with kids, much more than a lot of the other teachers that were.
And there are the standouts, Mrs. Getty for English, Mrs. Sepulveda for government. And to be able to benefit from making sure we were prepared for that next stage in life to go on.
You could see the love of education that they had. You could see that they really wanted you to learn. They enjoyed teaching.
I started a musical group called a rondalla. I was in my choir group, and I told the professor, I want to play guitar. I've been playing guitar since I was younger. My teacher, Mr. Evans, he went and bought 8 acoustic guitars, and he got me into this room, and he just gave me the guitars. He's like, this is your class, teach it. I was always encouraged and given the tools to develop what I really like to do.
And Mrs. Robbins was the woman that would encourage me, had faith in me at times when I didn't have faith in myself. She kept telling me, you've got a lot of potential. You've got a lot on the ball that will serve you well in the future. You've got to be thinking about going to college.
I was the first one to go to college in my family. And the reason I went to college was because I received the Jones Scholarship with the help of the Austin teachers.
And the education we received here is truly what spearheaded the opportunities we had as we pursued higher education.
From the south end of the field, the Stephen F. Austin High School Scottish Brigade.
My mother had been a drill major. My aunt had been captain of Company A, so of course they had aspirations for me from day one.
Well, I decided I wanted to be captain of the Bugle Corps. Really, I couldn't play very well, but I'd practice at home and all. And Miss Lytle she was just wonderful. She'd stand on the 3rd floor looking out the window, and have us drill, and if we made a mistake, she'd say, "Go around one more time."
I think I owe each of you an apology for being so mean.
We learned to follow rules. We learned we had to keep our grades up. We strove for excellence. We obeyed orders. We didn't think twice about it.
It was fast steps. All right, forward, march. And then you had to keep your arms going like this, and you had to keep looking that way.
Austin High School through the years has changed. You know, demographically it has changed. The community has changed.
We're really pushing for exposure to careers. So one of those things is that Austin High School has a teaching professions magnet. It's the only one in HISD, and some of the same students that went through our teaching professions magnet program are now teachers here at Austin High School.
Hippos are big. So hypotonic, the water's moving in. So I'd have all these teachers here in Austin, and so therefore I'm here now trying to be a teacher, trying to help the students out the same way they did to me.
One of the newer programs would be the maritime program. The students are able to experience a full mission here at Austin High School and actually accrue hours for certification to use in the port to start their employment.
This is a very responsive boat.
We have a phenomenal building that's been designed for our students in the East End, and it's going to be a jewel.
The facade of Dumble Street will be exactly the same. But beyond that, the new Austin High School will be a 21st century school.
The inside of the building has been developed so that we have flexible spaces, so that we have opportunities for students to collaborate, to work on projects.
This will be a gathering place because it is beautiful. The auditorium will be restored. There will be an entrance on Jefferson just for the auditorium.
Therefore, it is without reservation that I introduce to you the next Justice of the Texas Supreme Court, a principled conservative and the first Latina to fill that role, Houston's own Justice Eva M. Guzman.
The many people that have graduated from this institution in the last 80 years, many of them notable contributing members of this community, to have that common experience of having walked these halls and graduating from this institution, there's a great deal of pride.
80 years of shaping lives, of developing young people that have gone on to do incredible things in our communities, in our state, and our nation. That's a record to be proud of for this high school, and it continues to do that today.